8-in-1, bro. It's like
shaving gel.
Yeah, shaving gel, body wash, conditioner,
Toothpaste.
shampoo, bro.
Because we're not doing a good enough
fucked
job
up.
of
Right.
being able to protect you. So it's up to literally the kids and literally the unarmed teachers to figure it out. And then they're like, go to their parents in these stressful situations, and they're like, "Oh, here's what you do."
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, I know this."
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Unlucky Specialist Podcast. Yours truly, Sam Torres.
And your boy, Jeff De Peña, a.k.a. Old Fitz, a.k.a. once again, we have a guest. Sam,
Back.
on a roll.
No, I don't think we would call it a guest.
I know. He's a friend of the show.
He's
a friend of the show.
Field correspondent.
That's true. You know what?
Got to give him his title.
That's honestly-
Field correspondent coming back to the family, back into the fold.
Back
Forgive
from the
me.
field.
He got a little upset that we got somebody else on, so he's like, you know what?
Let
I
me
got to make
reclaim
an
my
appearance.
space.
Exactly.
Well,
Mark my territory.
Yeah, they actually paid my captors the ransom, so I'm really grateful for that. Glad to be back, of course.
Yeah, we had to pay a pretty penny.
Got a lot more information from the field for you this time around.
How's the pulse of the people?
Big shocker. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's hot outside.
Yes.
And Matt's still wearing a
So
jacket.
that's-
I know, and he's wearing a jacket indoors.
It's cold inside. I run moderate. I don't know. Do I run cold? Maybe I run cold.
Maybe.
I run steamy hot.
Do you usually take a jacket with you to places?
So for my job, we keep it low. We just keep it low. It just keeps everybody calm. So there's
Right.
got to be a jacket just on deck.
Oh, okay.
Middle of
For
summer,
sure, for
jacket. whip
That's
it
true,
off,
'cause-
go
Yeah.
outside for sure.
Hospital and clinic settings for sure. Is
Has to be like kind
Really
of
fucking
cool.
cold.
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah,
kill
they
the
keep-
bacteria.
They keep infection down. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's what we do. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. But anyways, how you doing, Matt? It's been a while. Thanks for coming back to the podcast, hanging out.
I feel
In the lab?
It's been a while. I feel slightly more beautiful since the
Nice.
last time.
Wow.
I like
There you
hearing
go.
that.
Yeah.
I like hearing that.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
Feeling great.
That's good. That's good.
Slightly more beautiful. You know what? That is good. That just set me, that put me at ease.
That brought sunshine into my life.
I like it when the homies feel beautiful.
For sure. You know what I mean? There's times where you don't feel as pretty as you usually do.
He's like, man, I always feel beautiful.
yeah.
This is a constant state.
My therapist said you get older every year, and I get a little more handsome, and it just kind of stuck with me when he said that.
Oh, nice. Dope. It's nice.
Try to live by that. Just
I
get
like
a little
that.
more handsome.
I need a
every year.
therapist.
Don't we all?
Yeah, for real.
No, seriously.
I think we all do.
It's such a big thing now in I feel like everywhere, but I'm
On the
saying in
woke
the US,
left. No, I'm just- Therapy.
everybody needs therapy.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Therapy is the devil. Scientology all the way.
Fuck shrinks.
But before we get too far with all our tangents, let me just thank y'all for listening. Thank you guys for subscribing on our podcast, on our YouTube. Thank you for all the love on Instagram. I appreciate the comments. Miguel, thank you for coming through, but I'm sorry people were just destroying you.
But you
on
know
that
what? If
fucking
there's
thing.
one person that could take it on the chin, is Miguel.
Oh,
he's
for
a
sure.
good,
Yeah.
He's a good
sport.
He's a good sport for sure. He's not afraid of criticism,
And that's what we're here for, to bring the hot takes.
And we'll have him back.
Yeah,
we're gonna
for
have
sure.
him back.
Definitely.
He seems like he was a hit.
Oh yeah, people loved him. I loved him or loved to hate him.
As a bystander, as a consumer of the product,
Right.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the visit.
There you go.
Say, shout out to
Thanks.
Miguel. Wherever
And
you're
if you
at.
guys want to come through, if you guys want to feel like coming on the podcast,
Be the next Miguel.
exactly.
Get roasted.
Exactly. Come through, hang out.
No, but I'm gonna say it is hard. Like, even though it's just hard saying what you got to say on camera.
sure.
So this is the thing. Like, I'm not even gonna fault Miguel for just trying to wing that list because we didn't even plan on saying a
That
list.
was just that was not even on the game plan.
That was just on the fly.
Yeah.
And the thing is, me and Sam have been doing this for a cool little minute now, so we know how to flow with each
Right,
other. We know how to
right.
Absolutely.
do it, and we usually talk things out before. And even if we do it on the fly, it's still
easy
easy to. We know how to think on camera a little
Right,
quicker. It's like, so for Miguel's first time, he did a fucking great job.
Yeah, for sure.
Outstanding.
Yeah, also, I know I make looking this good on
Oh
camera
my God.
coming on the pod.
He's feeling beautiful.
Real easy, but I got to tell you guys, it's real
He's feeling beautiful.
toil on the in the background.
Oh yeah, for sure. All the hard work we put into
stress, a little, hunched over the toilet sometimes. Just
Wow.
just a real task. Just a real task.
it.
I got a hunch, bro.
Yeah, that's Sounds like you.
I feel like it's the best throw up position. Why
That's
would you
true.
do it like standing straight up?
Yeah, it splatters everywhere.
Remember that dude? I won't say any names, but you remember that dude who like threw up like projectile, like The Exorcist, like like he was just standing up, like straight, like, erect, like just like, and his vomit was going straight out. It's like that's why you hunch over, so it just doesn't fly in people's faces, like unnamed man that we both know.
It's just the tact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's uncouth.
He didn't give a fuck. He was just like
I'm going.
That shit was
It's like
hilarious.
a dragon spitting fire.
Honestly, that's what it was. He was proud of it, bro.
It's coming out. I feel better.
And he threw up like straight, like luckily my windows were closed, but he threw up straight.
Oh, this was in a car?
Outside though, but he threw up straight into like my rear window, like
Into the car?
No, it was closed. Everything was closed, but he was standing right outside of it, and like he turned to my car like this,
And decides to throw up on your car.
on the window, bro. Like just
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, thanks, bro.
You gonna clean this up or
It
what?
was great. It was
I
great.
just took it to the car wash. He
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
gonna clean up
If
shit,
you're,
bro.
if you're a
Fucked
fan
up.
of spectacles, that was like if that was on World Star, it would have done.
If
some
you're a
numbers.
fan of that, listen to our podcast.
If you're a fan of projectile vomit, listen to the Unlucky Specialist.
and sports,
you know. But speaking of that, actually, yeah, let's talk about it. We've been asking people to
Mail in.
email us, to comment. Obviously, thank you for the comments. Thank you for the love. Thank you for liking, subscribing, all that stuff. But we got an email, Jeff.
Woo! I'm so happy. Email number 2.
Email number 2
Email number
out
dos.
of many more to come. Damn, I had it and now I lost it. Here I go. All right. And it is an update. Thank you for answering my question.
No, it's the update. It's the follow up from old boy.
It was hilarious. I evaluated my profile and it worked itself out. I have met someone. It's been exciting and we get along great. However, her delusional ex has been messaging me and threatening me. We met after they were broken up. He had called up me a home wrecker and has said that I am ruining their perfect family. He had threatened hands on sight if he ever sees me in public. Do you have any experience with delusional ex?
can we reply?
Thanks.
Is this the reply? Because my first question.
Oh yeah,
is,
our reply is here live on the.
my first
podcast.
question is she straight up still married to this
Right,
guy?
that was my first like bing, red flag.
So they're exes, right? They just broke up,
Yeah,
right?
that's what
They were
sure.
married.
I don't
Were
know if
they
that's what
married?
it told- Yeah, I don't know.
No.
Her delusional ex has been messaging me and threatening me. We met after they broke up. They were broken up. He had called me a home wrecker, and he said that I am ruining their perfect family.
What the
Does she
fuck?
have kids?
They have a family?
Does she have kids? That's a question. Anonymous.
That honestly, like, there's still a lot to be like watered. You know, we gotta
sifted
At
through.
throwaway.
per se.
what's happening. But this is the thing. You gotta run that fade, bro.
Gotta run the fade.
Gotta run that
You gotta
fade.
show up.
Gotta run that
100%.
fade. If he comes through, bro, if he just shows up, run the fade,
Right.
bro. Just run the fade. It's
100%.
What if he's like just much bigger than you are?
hit him in the nuts and then sock him on the way down, bro.
You know what?
And then when you shake hands, get each other's MySpace.
What?
You know what I mean, dude?
How did that go from punching his nuts to shaking his hands?
There's nothing that builds more camaraderie between two people
Then MySpace.
than a fight.
It's like, bro, can I get your MySpace?
I
Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna fight with you anymore.
have a relative. I have a relative that we're gonna keep anonymous. Shout out to Mike.
Okay.
Shout out to Anonymous Mike.
He was at work and he ended up running them hands with like one of his coworkers and
Yeah.
then they would just have lunch with each other after.
Yeah.
They
See,
were
this is
like
the thing.
lunch buddies after.
There's two things. See, we're talking about as reasonable, rational men, right? Like, you get into a fight, you run that little fade. It's like, you know what? I almost have a little more respect for you. That was fucked up. Let's squash it. We're good. Now we're homies again.
Right.
Or we weren't homies and we're homies now. Like,
Right.
that's happened a lot to different people.
It
But
doesn't sound like he's gonna.
I'm gonna tell you, this is
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say. This is a delusional ex, bro. His,
what we have to- yeah, context.
his mind is hearing things and seeing things and thinking things that aren't true. Like,
Right.
he is just like swashed in fucking hellfire.
He ruined their family.
He's
What
seeing,
he thinks.
he's seeing pictures of them on the ground.
Oh.
Ooh.
He's seeing
Stories of them at a concert.
at a game.
At a game.
The game that I took you to before.
Ooh.
Now
That
you-
Dodger dog that I bought you.
Now you were with him at our spot.
Ooh.
Dude, he going crazy, bro.
Yeah, I know. I don't think he's even gonna. I don't think he's about it. I really don't. I think he's just. He saw something on the internet and he liked how it sounded, so he kind of copy and pasted.
Who? What?
I could be wrong. We don't want you to get hurt, Anonymous. You know,
Right.
but like, just if it comes down to it, don't turn him down.
So
Just
don't turn the fade down.
don't turn the
Oh,
fade
okay,
down.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Turn the fade
don't turn the fade down, bro.
Don't-
What else are you gonna do? You're right.
But
Exactly.
don't-
Get a restraining order. You could go.
What would,
No,
what would
I
you
mean-
do? What would you do? What would
No,
you-
exactly. I'd show up. Whatever happens, happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm
Exactly.
prepared for what it's gonna happen. If it
just
does,
hope, just like let's hope it's not really gunplay that he's
That's what I was
after.
about to
Right,
say,
right,
though.
right.
Delusional.
delusional
acts?
could
be
be
honest,
like a
it's-
weapon. You're right. You're right.
Because the streets.
How
are
do you know? You
crazy
got to
out
know
here.
context.
But if
you
he's- if he's
how
saying run the
crazy is the
hands.
girl? If she's crazy and she has had a lot of crazy exes,
That's another good bit.
maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't step into that and I back up and I say, you know what?
Because that's actually a good test. I'm gonna keep it. That's so good that you said that, Sam. Because like a good measure of a new girl that you're talking to is, does she have crazy exes?
Right.
Because it's like if she has crazy exes, I mean she's probably a little crazy too.
For sure.
Yeah. Is it love or is it just infatuation? Because
Is it just him?
there you go. Go ahead.
Sing it?
Yeah.
No, but for real though, if you gotta like do a little research, it's like you can be like, man, like that dude's crazy, huh? It's like, oh, he's nothing. My other ex was.
Oh,
then you're just like, oh shit,
There you go.
this bitch is wild.
But
Yeah, you got to play you give yourself some time, anonymous. See, you know, like you said, say, hey, that guy's crazy. So, you know, it's a little research on who else she's dated.
we're happy if you're happy, though.
If so-
right?
if-
are we happy if you're happy?
What if who's happy?
If Anonymous is happy, if our friend who's found this newfound love,
I mean,
interest-
I'm happy if he's happy for sure.
Yeah. I'm happy if he's happy.
And the
but-
best like course of action is literally just like keep living your life. And just like if he runs up, then you deal with it.
you wrecked that
Right.
home, damn it.
Yeah.
Right.
You take care of his kids.
That's the thing, dude.
Make
I
sure
hope
they-
he didn't wreck the home.
Right,
Sure
right.
they-
I hope he didn't wreck a home.
And if you didn't, make sure they're calling you dad.
Oh, jeez.
I
You
said
send,
it.
you send a picture
I said
to
it.
him like, hey, look, me and my
You
kids.
can't- oh, fuck. You play that psychological warfare.
It's like, look, it's
there
me
you
and my
go.
kids.
There are
Christmas cards.
My family.
there are plenty of ways.
God.
This is
Come out
my
on top
family.
Took a turn for the worst.
We're just egging him on.
Yeah.
Like, now who's daddy now? Me.
We
Also-
went,
also
we went from just dealing with it, see if he shows up,
Amicable.
to who's your fucking daddy. This is my family.
By the way,
Man.
we hope you're in the gym already. You're gonna need to lift some weights to really back all of this up.
Fuck lifting weights. He needs to go like hit a boxing bag or fucking
real.
some jujitsu, bro.
Right.
A little of everything.
little
Just
bit.
be well rounded.
what
You
if he's-
never know what to expect with crazy people's because sometimes they got it in the bag.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
bag.
Yeah, you got to have like some sort of martial arts because you know some guys are skinny and can't build on muscle. It's a little harder for them to gain weight. So you use those jujitsu, those fucking wrestling moves. You're good. You're set.
Honestly, or how
Check
about
yourself.
this? How about this? Dump her.
Yeah.
Move on. Multiple options.
No.
Run
Dump
the
her.
fade. Claim his family.
Find a new woman.
Dump her.
Find a new family to home wreck.
Yeah. There's multiple.
Dumper goes with she's being crazy.
Yeah.
She's probably crazy.
Exactly.
Let her go.
I'm in between running the fade and claiming her family. I'm like trying to straddle the line.
Here's the thing.
I'm gonna be
it sounds good in theory, but like it's pretty easy to get a gun.
Yeah.
So make sure he doesn't have guns before. Like get some info.
That's fucking true, though.
From his
Right.
ex, who is your current girl. That'd probably be the first step.
Yeah,
Right,
You gotta
right.
get
Do
intel.
do some casual recon.
Right.
You don't want her to know that you're thinking about him.
Be
a
like,
lot.
oh, that dude
Stalk him a little bit.
This dude looks like a fucking pussy, huh? Yeah. And then she's just like, nah, that dude's on the hood, yo.
That guy
he just got out.
He just got out.
Yeah.
That's why I left him, because he was in jail too long.
Get some
Shit.
I couldn't stand by my man.
I didn't technically leave him. He just was in jail.
He left us.
Yeah.
He wrecked his own family. Don't let him put it on you.
So yeah, Anonymous. Once again, we're happy if you're happy, but you know,
Be safe is the ultimate.
So priorities are like God, you continuing to breathe,
Top 2.
and like
There you go.
and like then copulation,
then your kids.
and then getting laid.
Right.
After that, you're solid. You're golden.
You're golden. That's crazy. Well, I hope it all works out, because damn,
I
dude,
know, that's
from
a lot.
getting pegged to now getting crazy exes.
I don't
don't
think I've ever had to deal with a delusional ex.
Oh my god, nah, me either.
Or getting pegged. I do not have that experience.
Okay. Yeah, no, not me either at all.
So please recommend us if there's like a good lubricant out there for non-pegging purposes.
Wow, what?
But
What's another good use for lubricant?
yeah.
I don't know. Just in general, I thought that was a good thing.
What is
I've always
what is
wondered.
a general thing you use lubricant for?
Lube your doors?
Like, are there not other sex activities that you could engage in?
Like
other
what?
than pegging?
Elaborate. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Can we get like some research on that? Is this where we like?
Is that
call
bring up Google?
Call in the experts?
Remove 2 tight rings.
You can move 2 tight rings.
Better than butter and cheaper tool. Open a stuck zipper. Unstick a screw or
A
bolt.
necklace that won't unknot. Monique has one that wasn't unknot. Now I'm gonna use some KY jelly.
If you guys got,
goo residue from stickers.
if you have a squeaky wheel,
prevent chafing. Massage oil.
Moisturizer.
Oh, so that would have been good in like playing soccer.
there you go. You get a little mosquito bite, maybe
Yeah.
some KY.
You know, I used to get
Put
like
lube
some
up my inner thigh real quick.
coconut oil. You're at the beach. You're getting a little sand between, like,
whoa.
Yeah,
no, you gotta lube up your inner thigh, lube up your fucking.
there you go. You got to get those elbows lubricated. Like,
sure.
I feel like that's the real issue, the real barrier.
I'm glad
Women notice elbows. Okay,
They
sure.
do, bro. My
Yeah.
elbows be looking grime sometimes.
Yeah.
It's the little things.
I think
It's the
Amber's
little things.
embarrassed of me and shit.
She's like, hey, Monique also, she's like telling me, hey,
She's like,
put some lotion
did you
on,
forget
please?
to put? I'm like, look, no, literally. One time she's like, did you forget to put lotion on? I'm like, no, but my lotion sucks. Put me on game instead of criticizing me.
Let me know what the good
What's
ones.
the good lotion? You got some good lotion.
I know all those
Yeah.
girls. Yeah, let me try some girl lotion.
And you know what? Bless her heart, she did put me on game.
Yeah, so-
Hey, shout out.
honestly,
That was good.
Yeah, they make some great products for girls that I'm like,
No,
or
literally,
women
I'm
like that,
putting
you know?
girl lotion on.
Let me
It
tell
works.
you guys.
Yeah,
you
for
guys
sure.
are
Or the shampoo. I stopped buying that Dove men's.
No, I don't use
Bliss
that.
Care anymore.
that men's tenon one, like that
Tenon.
body wash, shampoo, like motor oil,
Yeah.
Bruh.
laundry detergent,
Yeah.
They have 8-in-1, bro. It's like
shaving
yeah,
gel.
shaving gel, body wash, conditioner,
Toothpaste.
shampoo, bro.
Toothpaste. You can brush your teeth with that shit.
USB tax form.
Mouthwash.
Does it all. It does it all.
Nah, I go for that Tresemme. You know what I mean?
Ooh la la.
Yeah. Put that.
Nah,
just
I use
shampoo.
fucking this shampoo that makes sure I don't get fucking flakes.
Head and shoulders.
No, but it's not Head and Shoulders. It's like this special formula.
Does it have some selenium in it? I think that's the active.
Probably. I have to use that because literally, if I don't use that, I'll start making it snow, bro.
Yeah, you
Making
look
it snow in August.
Yeah, for real.
You just look like Pablo Escobar. Just forgot.
But it helped, dude. I remember for a while I was like, damn, I can't be this guy, bro.
No, yeah.
I'm
Sometimes
this guy.
you just,
But then I found that shit. I was like,
change your life.
yeah, I'm like clean as a whistle, bro.
Yeah.
You know what else women know? While we're on the subject, women notice fragrance.
Yes.
For sure.
If you smell good, it's a whole different.
It
And I'm
does.
not even just talking about like hitting the cologne, but like a clean shower, a nice
yeah.
soap.
Deodorant.
You throw that.
It's the whole thing.
You throw a nice cologne on after that routine, though.
Right.
It makes a huge.
It does.
Like women's olfactory senses, like it's
Through the roof.
It's tied.
It's
like,
offensive.
just directly to like the most important parts of their bodies. It's the best hack you could imagine.
You're putting fucking anonymous on
Right.
game. You're
Yeah,
putting,
yeah.
I just want
Find yourself a new girl with these tips,
Yeah,
Anonymous.
for real. Fuck her reactionary ex-boyfriend.
Anonymous, your pegging vibe was the perfume. It was
It was
the cologne or your natural pheromones
Was
need
peg.
to be masked. just go ahead.
Your natural
let it
fragrance
happen.
was
Okay.
butt sex. What a fragrance.
So glad you met a woman, but hopefully, like, this is just the first, and then the second one is does not have.
What do guys
baggage.
put on girls though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they put us on like smelling better, like good lotions, good like facial products.
What do guys?
Like, what do we put them on?
Sports.
We put them onto baggage and just stress. we put
We
them,
ruin their lives.
This is not all men, but like just like domestic duties that we've neglected in the home that exacerbates their stress. Like that's
so
what
we don't put them on anything good, man. You're just like
I was that's hit or miss.
No, they're angels. Okay, they come from heaven and just muck it out.
And we add nothing to the equation. I thought you said you smelled like beautiful. No, you felt beautiful.
I feel so beautiful.
I don't know,
that
man.
doesn't sound beautiful.
Matt's scared that
my woman is why I feel beautiful. That's why.
You didn't put anybody else ever on game on
like
anything.
any woman onto game.
Anything.
Like
anything.
anything that I can think of.
Like a cool show.
No,
right.
So this is like no. I guess that's like a personal thing, but like if you've got some, it's a cultural exchange that you can have with a female partner, of course. On a more serious note, like a little bit of music here and there. Like
I think it's music.
Yeah, music. Yeah, music.
Yeah.
You're tasting.
But sometimes you get some music in return, but.
Less, dude. Honestly, I feel like it's always me putting like
Right.
like every girl I've ever been with, I'm putting them on the music,
Right.
but like some shit that they've
Different.
never heard.
Yeah.
That's a
exactly.
trend. That's a
For sure.
trend, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's part of like being in a relationship, even between like a guy and a guy. It's like a cultural exchange. You bring what you have to the table, they bring, and then like you just come together. You take.
They're different, bringing something
give
more
a little,
valuable with
right?
like
For sure.
lotion.
Yeah, self care.
Lotion.
Some self care.
We cannot understate how much lotion will change the game. Like if you're looking for a girlfriend and you're not putting lotion
Oh, yeah,
on,
that's
after-
foul.
For sure.
let us just reiterate.
Yeah.
Throw on some lotion.
On those knees, on some elbows.
On those knees.
Yes.
You know
And
what I
then-
mean?
And then just talk to a girl. Like don't try and have them talk to you. Just go up to somebody that you think is
Just
cute.
be like, hey,
You know what?
how's your ex-boyfriend doing?
oh, you don't have an ex? Do you want one?
That's actually a good line.
There you
How's
go.
your ex-boyfriend doing? It's like, oh, I have a boy when he was about to be your ex. Let's go.
Let's go.
There you go. So that's an interesting question though. What's the cultural contribution from male to female?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying.
Yeah, for sure.
I will say, and I don't know if this like goes along like the lines of sex, but like car stuff is really like
Right.
just the basic things like.
I'm not even really like into. I like cars,
yeah,
but like
yeah, me too.
I don't put.
No, but yeah,
I was just gonna say,
a
like,
lot of women,
I like cars, but I'm not like
bare minimum.
that knowledgeable.
Oh,
about
you mean
cars.
like oil
I could fucking change
changes?
my oil.
So-
I could change a
here's
battery.
the correlation though. Like for women, like lotion, that's the bare minimum for them. For us,
Right,
like,
oh, right.
Like you know, like
See, but I'm not gonna teach
putting
her
some
how to change
wiper-
a tire. She's
No, but
teaching me
like-
about the good lotions.
Sure, but
Right.
like a wiper, like you're like, hey, put some wiper
No,
fluid in your
no.
car when it's out.
No, I
that's our contribution.
I kind of get it though, because like I did teach Wendy how to change her tire, and it helped her out eventually. Whereas the lotion you see in that minuscule scale that we're putting helps me out with my ashy elbows.
literally every day. You probably feel better and don't even know it. It's-
No, you do.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
I will say though, like skincare products are insane. They go from like lead, which is like the common lotion, to absolute gold, which is like some insane stuff that we've never even heard of.
I'm trying to get that shit.
Like people are putting
Right.
on their faces and bodies, and it just like cuts 10 years immediately off the top.
I need that shit.
You know
It's
what's hilarious that I kind of wanted to try, Loki?
What?
You know when you put your feet inside of water and fish eat at your feet.
Oh, I've seen that. It's great. It
That
looks
doesn't
like
sound cool.
It looks like it takes, but they just chomp on the little
Dead
bits
skin.
of like.
I feel
dead
sorry for those
skin.
fish, bro.
Yeah, you just
They're
put your feet in,
living.
and they're little like
What do you
this.
mean? It's a
They're like-
buffet. They're like minnows.
They love it?
Like, they're
yeah.
tiny little fish, and they're like tickling your feet, and they're eating away.
They're not
And
trained
supposedly,
to do
when you get out of there, you have soft, brand new feet.
Baby feet, baby feet, but they're not trained like Shamu in captivity to like do tricks and shit. Like,
They're just there to eat your
they're
feet.
enjoying a nice brunch.
Shamu in
with
captivity,
friends.
bro.
They just have a feet fetish.
So you put your foot in like fucking SeaWorld's pool.
Yeah.
Shamu,
Yeah,
Shamu just eats your
licks
foot
your
off.
Shamu will like only lick your foot like in order to beg you to free him freedom from captivity. Whereas these fish are like just, enjoying a nice
Shamu.
afternoon.
I know that's true. You know what? I have seen videos of that. I need to go get a mani pedi real quick.
Mani pedi.
I love how where this led to.
The
No, it's 'cause
self-care episode.
Self-care
Yeah, for
episode,
sure.
but it's also about because that dude talking about toxic ex. His girlfriend's probably toxic too.
We're trying to brighten it up.
We're trying to brighten it up
beautiful,
with good women who've given us good tips on how to improve ourselves
Right.
with zero toxic. exes.
That's the point we're trying to make here, Anonymous.
Yeah.
Leave
Yeah,
whoever
leave that.
she
That's
is.
the best option. Leave that
Leave
shit.
whoever she is. Go find yourself a better option.
Unless you're seeing a therapist, then maybe stay.
That's true, right? Because
'Cause she's
we're being
working
like
on it.
harsh on her. What if she's a good person? She just has one toxic.
No.
ex?
Unless she's specifically
there's a
seeing
lot
a
of people that-
therapist. Because let me tell you, some good people, great intentions, not seeing therapists, not great. Bad people, just really fucked up. Seeing a therapist,
No, what we say
up
is
and
that
up.
we can't judge her
O.J.
off
Simpson.
just by her ex. You know what I mean? What if she's not crazy and he's actually just fucking crazy?
it sounds like it, but
It may be that.
we don't have all the facts. Maybe ask your ex.
Send us a follow-up email, Anonymous.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll
we
read it in
need
time.
to see some receipts.
Yeah.
We definitely need to see some fucking receipts.
You know what
Definitely.
I mean?
I'm gonna say this though. Shout out to Lotion.
Shout out to Lotion.
Shout out to Good Hair Products. Shout out to
Good Hair
having a solid woman on your side.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I like that. I like that.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
That's a solid woman.
She's for what she did
What
to
she
hair
did.
care. She is a solid
Oh, my
woman.
God.
Okay, I tried her hair care products.
Some people think she's
Amazing.
fine.
I mean, she's cool.
She was in Girlfriends.
Girlfriends?
Yeah.
I have the same like admiration for her as I do like Tina Fey and like former attraction. to her.
Wow. Tina Fey.
Tina
You have find
Fey-
a little
I
attraction
have
to that?
like a little niche like Tina Fey, Tracy Ellis Ross.
I get it because Tina Fey kind of reminds me of Sarah
But here's like a little bit of an outlet with Diane.
Palin.
Sarah
and Sarah
Palin?
Palin kind of reminds me of Lisa Ann.
Well, that's like a 6 degrees situation.
Lisa Ann.
That's like a-
Top 600 porn stars. Here we come. And number one is Sasha Grey.
the list is a bonus.
It had to bring back the circle.
It had to come into the fold. It had to.
Matt lobbed it up.
Matt lobbed it up and we threw it down.
Absolutely.
I will not miss a dunk, son.
We will not miss an opportunity.
Under the legs.
I'm trying to
360,
figure out my
everything.
niche of like hot celebrity, a celebrity that I think is hot, but maybe other people don't. I'm trying to think.
I mean, but
I'm pretty
like,
sure I have one. I just can't.
who's your Diane Lane? That's mine.
Who the
Like,
fuck is Diane Lane?
I
exactly.
know, right?
Exactly. Somebody pull her up. I won't even.
I
be
used
able
to think
I can't even. tell
Lauren
you
Hill
what
was
she's
hot, and not everybody was just like, eh,
That's
just-
true. Let me think. Let me
Lauren
think.
Hill?
No, I liked her in Sister
in. Sister Act 2.
Two. Yeah.
Her voice.
I'm drawing
Her
a
voice.
blank here.
She's
I'm
good.
like just like niche women.
Yeah, niche.
Diane Hill.
Diane Lane. Diane Lane. Yeah. Oh, you guys are gonna be like, what?
Yeah, no,
She's
put
a
me on
little
Diane
older.
Lane. I might have started agreeing with Matt. Diane Lane, bro. Betty White.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Diane Lane is hot. What are you talking about? Especially young Diane Lane.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like current Diane Lane. I'm talking
I
about
mean,
like,
she's aging
Robin
gracefully.
Wright, right there.
Yeah, Robin Wright's hot.
Robin Wright. She should be like a lot of people. She was in the Princess
Oh,
Brides.
this is a niche one. Fuck, can I find it? God damn it. What's that movie with fucking Vince Vaughn and fucking Owen Wilson where they work at Google?
The intern.
The internship.
That
The internship. Yeah, the internship.
that Indian chick in that movie. I don't know her
Who's
name.
in that? Who?
She's kind of hot. I forget her name though. I was following her on Instagram for a little bit. Then I felt like a creeper and just stopped. Her.
Oh, she's
Okay,
beautiful. Yeah.
okay.
What's her name?
It's, that's
No,
niche.
it's the one. It's that one and the one in the orange. She's in the orange right there.
Tia Surkar. Is that
That's how
you
she looks
pronounce
in the
it?
internship. Yeah.
She looks great.
yeah.
She looks great. I don't even think that's really.
Neha Patel.
Neha Patel.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, solid.
I don't know. Can't really think of anybody really.
Yeah,
off
her
the
name
top
is
of my
actually
head.
Tia Sakar. Yeah, it's actually.
It's kind of interesting to think about.
Right,
like,
for sure.
Like this,
Because there is those that you're like, oh,
It's
shit,
like
she's hot, but then you're like,
not
forget.
a typical, or not necessarily. Maybe it's typical, but not necessarily like somebody that would necessarily come to mind right away. That you're you have a certain attraction to, or may have had a certain attraction to.
Right.
But yeah,
right.
no, Tina Fey has like kind of been.
Tina Fey.
Yeah.
Tina Fey's a good one.
Does she have the heavies?
Nah. Tina Fey doesn't have heavies.
No.
I haven't even done the full research on that.
I'd have to do a close inspection of that, and I'm not sure.
Deep dive.
It's like her vibe also is just like I don't know.
Powerful.
It was what it was.
Cool. What happened this week? We lost a legend of Los Angeles.
Oh yeah.
A
You know what I mean? A part of the community, that uncle, that person, that friend on the radio,
A
you know,
pillar.
that I grew up listening to. The great Vin Scully died last week, and you got to mention it. You know, you got to talk about it. It was sad, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It was sad the day that I saw him retire. You know, in the last game when they clinched the division, Charlie Culberson hit the walk-off home run. That was crazy. But when I was thinking about it, when it happened, it didn't really like hit me till really later, and I started thinking like, it's crazy how we grow up and there's these like people, these heroes, these things that you look up to, these people that you see on TV, and you think they're gonna be there forever, and you know you get older, and obviously they get older and then die. You know what I mean? Like I was talking about earlier, Ray Liotta died.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Polly from the Goodfellas. And
Alex Trebek.
Alex
That was a minute
Trebek
ago, but,
died.
I mean, it's
you know,
just
like
crazy.
Betty White. I mean, I felt like she was old since Golden Girls.
Yeah.
You know, like so like it's just crazy. You know, especially with Vin Scully, it makes it just real, just the habit. You know, there, but.
I will say the thing about Vin Scully too is like he had such a like full life. You know what I mean? He lived it to the absolute full.
For sure.
Started working with the Dodgers. at
67
22.
years.
He worked 67 years with the Dodgers. That's like a lifetime on its own, bro.
Yeah.
He had a great life. He lived a long life.
Right.
Like he'll be remembered forever. Like that's like the type of person that you tell your kids about. And then, like, that's the thing, too. Like, Vin Scully, like, especially growing up a Dodger fan, you just feel Vin Scully. It's part of your childhood. Like, at least for me, like, he was part of every night at my house. Like, it was like, that's a Vin Scully. I'm going to hear him every night on the Dodgers. Like, you just know it's happening. You just know it's happening. Like, it's super important. His voice was just like a welcome. It was like, he's welcoming you to Dodger Stadium.
I know we were watching that whole, like, repeat of... the ceremony that they gave to Vin Scully at Dodger Stadium, and Kevin Costner comes up, right? They bring him on there. I love what he says there. He was that small little redhead that stood on the shoulders of the biggest kid to look through that knob hole and describe to the rest of us what was going on.
Straight up.
And that's what it really felt like. You know what I mean? He painted. There was these stories. There was this one time, this guy I follow on Twitter. Vin Scully read The Places You Will Be, or Places You Will Go by Dr. Seuss to this little girl that the camera was on. You know what I mean? And he was just reading it while the game's going on.
I remember that.
And, you know, like, he just did that random shit, you know, and it was just good. It just went.
The perfect announcer for a baseball game, because I think that's the thing. A lot of people try to make baseball. They try to, like, announce and broadcast baseball like if it's a basketball game or a football game. And they try hard to fill that dead space, but the thing is, Vin Scully just owned that dead space. He made it. Like, he knew baseball was a slow game, and you had to tell stories.
And he captivated people for 4 hours to watch TV.
And he was by himself.
Yes,
he was just him, bro.
Yeah, well, in our lifetime. Before that, he had other.
Obviously, when he called the World Series, he called playoff games, like other big games. He would be with other people, but in terms of Dodger games, like, he was just by himself. Like, obviously at the beginning, but even like earlier in his career, he was already just him, bro. Like, just him doing his thing. Like, that's crazy. That doesn't even happen now. I don't think that'll ever happen again.
No.
I don't think so. I think it's just almost a lost art. He was just so talented, also in his own craft, at just being really personable as well. On top of, you know, his ability just as a speaker and his voice, it was just his personality that just kind of, it's like the perfect storm, the perfect mix of all these qualities that made such a great person. I feel like he's going to be in the same place, in the same part of heaven as Mr. Rogers. Just,
sure.
Dude, straight up, that is like, he was Mr. Rogers. It's like the same vibe.
He was the baseball Mr. Rogers. That guy, that Uncle Al, that friend that you got that would tell you about baseball, that you would sit there. I remember my nephew grew up on Vin Scully, just listening to that guy. You know what I mean? This James has been on the podcast before. Loves baseball, but always was listening because of Vin Scully. Was just listening to those Dodger games. You know what I mean?
Do you get that? Just a different generation. That's
Oh,
what
for sure.
67 years does, bro. Like
From
my mom introduced me to Vin Scully.
Right.
Like, and then now you're saying your cousin, your nephew James.
Yeah.
Like that dude is like. He's a totally
18,
different
19 years
generation
old.
from
Yeah,
us.
yeah, for
like,
sure.
And he knew Vin Scully. Like
Yeah.
that's fucking sick. Like
Right.
that just shows you the impact Vin Scully had. Just 67 years in the booth. Incredible shit.
Yeah.
It was such a privilege, honestly, to just be in that era.
Yeah.
Right.
We
Yeah,
are-
yeah.
We're in this space at this time where we were able to just enjoy Vin Scully's
And we
craft.
also got lucky. Like LA's just spoiled because I remember Chick Hearn as well.
Right.
Chick
And,
Hearn,
like,
God
we
rest
got
his soul.
we got to like listen to Chick Hearn.
We got a lot of really talented broadcasters in LA for sure.
At least for sure, Chick Hearn, another Titan, and then obviously Vin Scully in a class of his own. But they're on the same, basically the same level of person.
Yeah.
Like it's like just crazy, perfect for their sports too. Because Chick
Yeah.
Hearn was a very fast-paced, engaged,
sure.
nonstop announcer. Because the game is action-packed
And
he-
still storyteller along the way. You know what I
Exactly, and
mean?
he
Like-
made his own catchphrases
Right.
because you have to do that in basketball. You have to
Exactly.
be different, like even Mike Breen, bang, and like stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
so yeah,
like,
yeah.
But Chick Hearn was like the god of that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like different phrases. Like I think he invented slam dunk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like different shit like that we just like say.
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
he invented it.
Yeah, like I think from downtown
Oh,
is like Chick Hearn too. Like it's like
That's a good one.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
that one.
yeah.
and
Like,
his famous one, which is
well, in the games in the refrigerator.
the games in the refrigerator. Put the kids,
The game's
Oh,
in the
yeah.
refrigerator, the doors closed, the lights are out, the butter's getting hard, and the jello is jiggling.
Yeah.
That's how you knew the game was out of hand, boys. You knew you had to go to sleep. But the Lakers are winning, so
Yeah,
you're going to
exactly.
sleep good.
Time
Yeah,
for work.
yeah, for sure.
Time to get ready for work.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah,
over.
it's crazy. You had those guys. Vin had the same thing. He's always gonna remember about those 5 words.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Exactly. Like always. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to lie, like, that's the part that I got a little emotional when Dave Roberts like came out and he had
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
crowd say it. I'm like, that shit is
And it's
fire because
loud.
the crowd was just like, oh, said it. I was like, yep,
You're like
that shit was
it's
fire.
like I've never seen Dodger Stadium at 6:30 p.m. on a
Full pack.
What was it, like a Friday? Yeah, I think it was a
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah, it was
I
a
think
Friday.
so, yeah.
It was a Friday, especially on a Friday. You know, Friday traffic. You know, people are trying to go do shit. It's the weekend.
It was
Yeah,
packed.
it's a
It was packed. 6:30 p.m. Usually people are getting there late because it's traffic. Fuck you guys. The rest of the baseball fans, we have traffic. Fuck you.
I mean, if you work
You know
far
what I mean?
away from Los Angeles, but if you work in Los Angeles, you can kind of get there on time.
Yeah, but there's
Ever since I've been
fans are
work-
coming forever. Yeah.
Ever since I've started working in Huntington Park and I've gone to Dodger games, bro.
just right there.
Oh my god! And Amber lives in Echo Park.
Yeah.
It's just like a match made in heaven. I just park right at her house. Bang. I could get there earlier. Sometimes
Damn
we
it.
get there late on purpose. Like it's just like fuck it. We'll go to the third inning. We're getting drunk at the bar and just walk up.
fake fan.
No, but
Fake
that
fan.
honestly,
No,
we
they
realized
are
that's
still watching the game at that
no,
bar.
we
yeah.
realized that wasn't a good move though, because then you would get there and then you're just kind of like, fuck, like I'm already kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like it's better to get there earlier,
Right.
and just like enjoy the whole process.
Yep,
Like
yep.
it's way better that way.
Going tomorrow. It's LAFC night.
Woo!
gonna
I'm
be
going
nice.
too.
Yeah.
LAFC night.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna
They're
be dope.
playing the Twins.
Yeah, Carlos Correa in town. The Dodgers have been actually like good segue, guys. Dodgers have been dominating the league. They have been
They're the best record in baseball.
They've swept the last 2 series. The Giants, they swept the Padres
No. They swept the Madres, bro.
and the Giants.
I know, but I'm saying not the Padres, bro. It's the Madres.
Oh, the Madres.
It's the Madres, bro. That's what we're calling
We're
them.
calling
from now.
them
It's the
damn.
Madres, bro.
Damn.
It's okay. Mothers are great.
No, yeah, no, for sure.
Gotta love your mom.
No, but they completely destroyed the fucking Padres. I mean, Madres. I'm sorry. Before I get kicked off the podcast,
You didn't listen to the bit.
you know, Manny Machado didn't do shit. Mr. Hustle is what they're calling him online.
Dude,
It's
man,
hilarious.
Look, this is the thing. I like what I didn't know. Fun fact about the Madres is that their owner is the grandson of Walter O'Malley.
Yep.
So there's like Dodger connection through there. So that makes it more of a reason why they're so like intent like to contend with the Dodgers, and that's
Right.
good. I like that. That's good. They should go out and get those players, but it's also hilarious when they fall flat on their face.
Exactly. It's also hilarious when they go and get Juan Soto. the generational talent that he is,
No, and
we beat them.
Juan Soto is going to be a great player for them, and honestly, it would have been great if the Dodgers had him, and I wanted him. I'm not even going to like second like Monday morning quarterback it and say that we didn't want Juan Soto.
Right.
Yeah, because we did want Juan Soto, but what I will say is this: we didn't technically need him.
No.
It was a luxury.
It was a luxury.
We wanted excess. We wanted that, we wanted the grills.
And that means that Andrew Friedman sees potential in those top prospects.
Oh, yeah.
That he's not letting them go. Because, you know what I mean? He let Kyber Ruiz go last year for Max Scherzer and Trey Turner. Now we got those two guys and Bobby Miller and Diego Cartaya, who are our young guys.
This is the thing. It's also, once again, that Los Angeles tax, bro. Just how everybody's trying to tax the Lakers for trying to unload Russell Westbrook, or for the Anthony Davis trade, or for even getting Russell Westbrook. Like, they tax it so much. They're doing the same with the Dodgers. Because whatever the Padres fucking gave the Nationals was not what the Dodgers. The Dodgers were going to give them way more. We're going to give them Gavin Lux, who's our day in and day out player. Who's still young and
is playing great.
One of the best players in terms of advanced stats in baseball.
For sure.
And they wanted our top 4 prospect.
Yeah.
And Gavin Lux.
So they would Bobby Miller, Diego Cartaya, what's his name? Miguel Vargas.
They wanted 4, bro.
And who's the other pitcher? There's another pitcher.
Yeah, they wanted all 4 of those motherfuckers and Gavin Lux.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them
either. But the Padres gave them not their. We have way better prospects.
No, they gave them we have better prospects in the ranking of minor league baseball.
Yeah,
but they gave them their top 10. One of the in the top 10 of their prospects.
It seems that what happens, the Dodgers were like, "Fuck you." Yeah, like we're not giving you all of this.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, for him to come to the Dodgers, honestly, it was KD to the Warriors. Like they were just
doing them.
Not much, if any, need whatsoever for him to come. But
it was excess.
What we did need is pitching.
Who's pitching?
The Dodgers. I feel like
Juan Soto.
No, what the Dodgers need is trading for pitching.
We do need pitching. 100. That's what I've been thinking this whole week. I'm like, damn, like our lineup is stacked, but man, the pitchers were a little thin.
Walker Buehler's not going to come back till maybe late September. Kershaw's out. Blake Trinan's barely.
Gonsolin's still holding it down though,
but barely. I feel like he's been getting a little tired in the second half of the season.
I mean, he balled so hard in the beginning first half that it's like there's gonna be a little downpour, but it hasn't been like that crazy.
Tyler Anderson's been great.
Yeah, they got that one. They got
Julio Urias is always gonna be like the guy. You know what I mean?
He's always up and down too. Like you kind of expect Julio Urias to be like a little up and down,
right?
Like he's never gonna be like just on fire lights all the time. He's always gonna be like lights out, and then the next game he's like mid.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
He's never awful.
Yeah.
But it's like he's always like, oh, he's the next great. And then it's like, okay, you're just average.
Right.
Oh my God, he's amazing. Okay, you're just average.
Right.
But he's got really high highs.
Yeah, he's got really high highs.
To our benefit. Yeah. To our benefit. Because he could just stay average for sure.
Right.
He really could. He's talented.
We're missing that consistency in Walker Buehler, that ace.
Oh, we miss Walker Buehler a ton.
You know what I mean? That number game 1 starter.
Who do you think's gonna be our closer? You think it's that big boy? You saw that big motherfucker?
Morona.
That dude is huge, bro.
He's massive.
He's a big motherfucker, bro.
No, I don't know. Because Craig Kimbrell almost lost the save last night.
Craig Kimbrell, I like that he's letting his hair down though.
Yeah,
you need to switch it up.
Once you start switch something up.
Yeah,
maybe cut it. Maybe cut
it. Yeah, maybe cut it. That might be the next move.
You know what I mean? Go back to old Braves Craig Kimbrell. Was he on the Braves? Yeah, he was.
He was on the Braves and the Red Sox.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back and get more to it. All right, guys, we're back.
If you will.
Back on the podcast. Heard a little bit of our accident stories in the meanwhile. That's what we do.
Or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof.
Straight up dodged one, bro.
For sure.
Honestly, I wish I could catch that on film. I hope.
That's why people have the dash cams nowadays.
Yeah.
I definitely did not have a dash cam.
I feel like I should have one because a lot of times the people have those and they're good for insurance purposes. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
It's not your fault. It's their fault kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
And don't be shy if you're a bad driver. You can always press that delete button.
Yeah,
oh yeah, for sure.
You can delete it.
You don't have to show it to anybody. You don't have to broadcast it.
What?
It's yours.
Dash cam.
You can delete it when you're the one actually committing the accident.
that was
whoops. I didn't have it on me.
That was my tree freshener that you saw. It's just really dark and has a little red light.
Bruh.
No, it's crazy out there.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I was reading online, Jeff. You were telling us about the whole fake shooting in Vegas that you experienced.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot of people that went through that, like, and got hurt and stampedes and all
at
that
that
stuff.
day.
It happened multiple weekends
In a row?
Yes.
What the fuck?
I don't know if it
Vegas
was
is tripping.
So,
did I say that on the podcast?
oh no, we didn't talk about it.
Let me just say it real quick.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
So people are
Give some context.
Give some context. So basically, me and Amber went to Vegas, and then we were having a good time or whatever. We were walking around. It was late Saturday. It was not late. It was like late afternoon, early night. Like it was around evening. It was like 7 or 8ish. Sun had just gone down, if that.
Right.
We like go to this. We sneak into this little bar. We're just like, fuck it, let's have a drink here before we go somewhere cooler.
Right.
And then. Next thing you know, and funny enough, it's just like hilarious how shit changes real quick. There was this like handicapped person who's like straight up having a blast on their wheelchair, like doing crazy tricks, dancing.
Damn.
This chick started dancing with him. Like it was a good time. I was like, wow, This is like sick as fuck. Like
the beauty of Vegas.
Like a good moment, right? Like a good quality moment. Next thing you know, bro, people start running into this bar like active shooter. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, wow. I was like, I guess it's my turn to experience this. I didn't think I was gonna fucking die. I was just
in a
like,
lifetime. You just didn't know it was gonna happen to you.
Yeah, or even in the moment, I was like not really like scared like to die per se, but I was just like, oh my god, I guess I just gotta hide in this fucking hallway right now. And next thing you know, they're cramming mad people into this hallway, and then so anyway, long story short, people were crying, people were crazy, but long story short, it was actually nothing. Nothing, right? It was like a false alarm. Basically, someone threw a rock at the MGM and the glass shattered, and I guess people thought it was a fucking bullet. I don't know how the fuck you could confuse that for a fucking bullet. Because if anything, it's one. That's not a mass shooting just because one shot rang off. I don't know. I'm just like thinking rationally here. And then like, but dude, we weren't even close to the MGM. We're like mad far from it, bro.
Do you think it's and I was thinking to myself, if it happened
PTSD, bro. No, that's PTSD, American PTSD, bro.
For sure. No, but what I was going to say is it happened 2 weekends in a row.
That's wild.
So don't you think, in my mind, when I read that, I was like, do you think somebody was behind it all, trying to scare the shit out of people? People are fucked up.
That's
people
a fucking terrible fucking joke.
Oh no, it is. No, it is.
It's really horrendous.
But I feel like people are capable of that.
I'm telling you, women and children were crying fear for their life.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
people were scared, bro. Like literally, that's funny because you was talking about stampede. People were getting hurt by the stampede. That's literally probably my main concern at that moment. I was like, I think we're good unless this dude's like right outside the door, and I didn't fucking see him. I didn't see nothing, so I was like, I think we're good. I was like, but people are gonna panic, dude. I'm probably gonna get crushed by all these fuckers. We're packaged in this fucking like hallway like a bunch of sardines, bro.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Groups of people are like really, really dangerous because mob mentality takes over.
Yeah.
And just as you experienced, it was just like a panic that just kind of like reached a primal level of like reaction.
It was honestly
for everybody.
It was terrible, bro.
Yeah.
And then like we left right because like I don't know. There was a group of people that were like nothing's like everyone was talking. Amber talked to her mom, like She was like texting her mom. Her mom's like, oh, I just saw something that it was like shattered glass. Like it's not that big of a deal.
See, that's the beauty of the social media and internet.
Exactly. And then other people were kind of saying like, nah, like I think people are tripping, but not everybody. But I was like, you know what? Like I got confirmation right here. Some other people are kind of like confirming that. So I was like, let's get the fuck out of here, dude. Yeah. So then we went, and then we still kind of like lightly jogged like to like another area. Like we were kind of jogging and shit. And then we took a Uber to like the Wynn, and like we chilled there and shit.
Right.
But it was like, and then everybody there was talking about it.
The Wynn's like the opposite end of the whole strip.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's
Dude,
scary.
we're so far though. We're so far from the MGM, bro. And people at the Wynn, bro, we're like, oh my god, yeah, we're here because we like ran all the way over here.
Wow.
I'm like, what the fuck? And everybody was like, oh, it was nothing. I'm telling you, people were just scared, and rightly so. I mean,
PTSD for sure.
Damn,
that concert shooting, they don't want to say that it was like a straight up terrorist attack on the United States.
It was. That shit
like,
low-key was.
There's like trauma that like people have.
See, my conspiracy brain. When you said that it happened 2 weekends in a row, my conspiracy brain is like, damn, they're just like running like a hot run, like a quick run through before it actually happens. It's like, see how people react, where they run.
Where they're running to.
What direction do people run, bro?
That's a scary thought.
Dude, like the rehearsal Nathan Felder. Nathan
what's
Fielder.
scary.
That's what the fuck he's doing. Nah, he's not killing people, but
exactly.
he's running run-throughs,
Somebody
bro.
watched the show before, you know.
Dude, I'm telling you, honestly, when you said that to me, that's the first shit. Obviously, I'm a little crazy, but I'm like, fuck, like some crazy motherfuckers probably just like trying to see like where people are running, how people are acting, like
where do they go?
Where do they hide?
What's the reaction time for the police?
I hope so.
Terrible.
I pray to fucking God not, because that would
Terrible.
be
Crazy.
wild.
No, but that's what I'm saying. What we've seen, people are capable and stupid and sick enough to do that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it sucks too, because when people are scared, they'll do crazy shit too.
Right.
So people do not know how to like coordinate, or like they don't know how to fucking communicate.
Right.
Like they don't know how to act. People are just like going
stress, yeah.
Like it's like, you know, I mean, it's like one of those things. Like, I mean, corny shit to say, but after like you got to look for the helpers, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I've
You
heard terrible stories that the kids now are the ones that are like leading their parents
straight up. I believe
in
that
those
shit.
situations, because they're the ones that have the training from the schools, because
Right.
they're like, okay, you need to expect this to happen at any moment, because we don't know, because we're not doing a good enough
fucked
job
up.
of
Right.
being able to protect you. So it's up to literally the kids and literally the unarmed teachers to figure it out. And then they're like, go to their parents in these stressful situations, and they're like, oh, here's what you do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I know this. Right?
That's
Crazy.
wild. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's fucked up,
absolutely.
bro.
It's crazy because
it's backwards.
they have shooter drills when we had fire drills back in the day.
Dude, I was thinking
You know what
about
I
that
mean?
too, like fire drills, bro.
Do you remember when we had fire drills at the academy?
It was fun.
And we'd all go to the driest fucking field ever, the biggest patch of fuel for a fire that you're gonna bring children to.
If you went to that school long enough, though, every now and then you're like, this fire drill might lead to a whole free day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we might just have the next day, the rest of the day off, just play.
The teachers would be like, "Fuck this day."
This is a fake fire. This is a fire drill, and you know what? We're not going back to class.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how no one you know, nor yourselves, have ever stopped, have ever dropped, have ever rolled? Has anyone
Stop,
done that?
drop, and roll.
That was like the Just Say No to Drugs campaign. It was so ineffective.
Stop,
No,
drop,
no,
and
but
roll.
stop, drop, and roll helps when you're on fire.
But that's why it was like,
So
No,
luckily,
but it does work.
Luckily, I've never been on fire.
It was
Yeah,
like-
yeah, yeah.
It's so funny because like in my job, I'm like having to like brief kids on like what to do if there's a fire in the apartment.
Right.
And like stop, drop, and roll is not high on the priority list. It's
What
like,
is it?
It's like stay low.
What's
so
number
you-
one?
It's like stay low so you don't inhale the
smoke,
smoke,
for sure.
right? And then you're gonna want to avoid.
What's number one if you're on fire, though?
if you're on fire?
Stop, drop, and roll.
Pray.
Pray. Don't stop, drop, and roll. Just kneel and pray.
No, rolling on the ground will associate the fire.
If you spontaneously combusted, accept your fate. If you're struck by lightning,
That's true.
And you're
Hey,
somehow on
people
fire
just died from that in DC. Did you see?
from a lightning strike.
Yeah,
Why?
and they were from SoCal.
Wow.
Yeah.
In DC.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say was, if you're still on fire after that,
After the lightning strike.
yeah, after the lightning strike,
Look, RP to them, but fuck, SoCal, huh? We just
No.
getting got by nature,
Seriously,
For real.
it's really horrible. I think everybody's getting got by nature. It's really just
especially SoCal.
Yeah,
the way things are going.
Unless it's earthquakes, we'll survive an
Hey,
earthquake
did you see
anyway.
that shop owner who used a shotgun and shot the arm off of an armed robber?
No, he didn't though. He did shoot him though.
But I don't know if he shot the arm off. But the
said
guy's like,
my
shot my
arm.
arm.
No, but
he
the
shot
guy-
my arm off.
he
He shot my arm off.
Or did you
Yeah.
see the one where those dudes were trying to rob that fucking smoke shop and the Asian dude started fucking stabbing them in the
No.
That shit is grimy, dude. Because they're at first they're like kind of pussyfooting around. They were terrible robbers. Not that there's any good robbers, but they
Right.
were not good at their
Yeah,
job.
the good robbers
right?
get away. What do you mean without
Exactly.
getting stabbed?
No, I'm telling you right
There
now.
are
'cause-
good robbers.
No, because they were just fucking like the other dude. He's
Thieves.
like, it was like Jacob, an unnamed guy. Like one of the
Right.
guys was like, he's like Jacob, like come back, like, and then he just steals like the tip jar. And then he goes away, but then he comes back, and they hop over like the fucking like where the glass where they usually have like the pipes and shit. They like hype over that, and then once the other dude hops over, and the fucking owner, dude, he gets this knife, dude, starts shanking this
That's
dude in the back, dude, like, and then like the
really
dude's like, oh, yeah, first the dude, it's like a kid, bro, but fuck him, like he started to rob, but like
Right.
he fucking. at first he's like punching him back, but then he gets him like, and you could tell that moment, bro. He shanks him like right here, dude. Like kidney shot, maybe slight liver shot. Who the fuck
Like
knows?
some internal bleeding.
And
for
then
sure.
literally his first words out of his mouth, once that knife goes out, he's like, "I'm dead." He's like, "I'm dead. I'm dead." His hands go like up and then limp. He's like, "I'm dead." And then you see the dude's about to shank him in the neck, but then when the dude says, "I'm dead," he stops. And he starts like choking him, and then he like drags him out.
Oh my gosh. First of all, that's insane.
That's insane.
No, it's been a lot of crazy stuff
Second
in
of all,
LA.
yeah, like don't steal stuff.
Don't go to people's houses and stealing like that. Remember, we did it during the podcast. The guy that shot the guys on his property, he let the he almost like let them get in the car and then pop, 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 pop.
Was that the car thieves?
Yeah.
I saw that one.
And they're
They're, like,
kind of
crying for
dragging
their
their
mom.
mom in the driveway.
That guy stayed ready, so he didn't have to get ready
Yeah,
for
for
that
sure.
situation because he knew what to do. He knew.
And with the whole concealed carry that's going on in California now.
yeah, why risk it? Why risk it?
Honestly, like that's one thing that I will say. Like, I know there's a lot of school shootings and shit, and there's a lot of mass shooting shit, but people should be armed, bro.
Right.
People should be armed.
It's just a certain people that shouldn't be armed,
Or a certain type of gun, I guess. But everybody should have like. It's
No.
better to
What he
have
means
a
by
gun.
certain type of people is a certain type of people with mental issues that aren't able to capable
That's
to
true.
live in a
That's
reality.
yeah, like how
that-
can you be against those like red flag laws that are coming up? Those are solid.
Yeah.
Solid ideas that are coming through.
It's such a, like-
without being able to without putting a blanket over it, take everybody's stuff. Because guess what? Everybody doesn't have a gun. Guess what? The bad guys have guns.
For
They're
better,
not following the law.
for better or worse, like most senators and most like legislators are lawyers. So all they do is fucking argue over the minutia of
for better and worse.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So they argue over the minutia of like what words mean.
Yeah.
Right.
So like they're literally looking at like the Second Amendment and being like, oh well, there's an and here.
Yeah.
And
Right.
like, what does militia mean?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, oh well, it means this. No, it means that. It's like,
Right.
what does a fucking like they're arguing over literal like words on the thing. So it's like when your whole government is basically ran by lawyers, like you're gonna expect a slow, drawn out process, bro.
Yeah.
Which is
Also-
another way, like they say China, most of the legislators, I mean, I don't know how much legislation there's in China, but
Right.
most of the people that are like in position of leadership, they're like engineers.
Ooh,
So they say this
interesting.
society, it's like a different take on it. It's like
Yeah.
over there, a lot of the people in government are ex-engineers.
Yeah.
And like doctors. Here it's more lawyers and doctors.
Right.
A lot of the senators are either doctors or they were lawyers.
Right.
Yeah.
Like-
Unfortunately, we also live in a majority two-party system, and they are
Well, in China, they live a one-party system.
they're mortal enemies.
Yeah. China does live in a one.
No, not China. The U.S.
Yeah, the US,
Like
yeah.
the two-party system, and they're mortal enemies. They're
Well,
just like
yeah.
F you guys, and like they're supposed to be working together. So here we are, right?
So concealed carry in Los Angeles, I'm down. Vote for it.
Hey, if you can't
Hey.
take the heat in the kitchen.
That's right. But don't get a gun if you're a bad guy. Okay, bad guys.
How do we sort those motherfuckers, right?
We appreciate like your viewership and your audio ship, but like
No, I want bad guys watch. We need the bad guys.
It might be Anonymous's delusional ex that he's dealing with.
Yeah, you watch and
you know what's pretty cool?
Don't
like,
shoot
You know
anonymous.
what's pretty cool? Knives, really small knives.
Knives, bro. You gotta.
We just had a conversation about it.
I'm gonna tell you about a
I
knife.
think you
shop
could
owner.
rob way more people with like a very small knife than you can with a very big gun.
Nah,
way more people.
You're tripping.
Way more people.
I'm gonna tell you right now. To use a knife, I feel like you have to know how to fight.
Oh yeah.
You
You
can't.
need to know how to close
Yeah.
combat. You know
That
what I mean?
dude who was shanking that dude who was robbing, you could tell he knew how to fight.
Yeah.
Like he was like shanking him like he was punching him, bro. And like in the good spots. He's like, bro, I'm gonna shank you in the back.
said in the good spot.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
shank you right here in the lung, bro. And I'm gonna shank you right here in the
kidney.
fucking kidney / maybe liver.
Have
Like,
you guys seen The Gray Man?
No, not yet. On Netflix?
So this guy, like, he goes through a lot, right? But he gets stabbed, and he's like, he didn't even hit the vital organs. That amateur.
that amateur. He didn't know how to stab somebody.
Like, he was like critiquing like the stabbing that he just received from
What
this
the hell?
assailant. It was hilarious. Anyways, Gray Man is great. Yeah.
Is that with Liam Neeson?
No, it's with
brand new.
Ryan
That's
Gosling.
the Gray.
The Gray. Yeah,
But
that's
the
a good
gray,
movie.
The Gray is like man versus wolf.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah. That was a good movie. I actually
That's
like
a
that
good
movie.
Yeah, I like that one too.
It's like 2 weeks old. It's like what's his name? Captain American.
Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling.
Chris Evans, the bad guy. Ryan Gosling, the anti-hero, but more of a good guy, right?
I liked. Was it Drive?
I
saw that once.
Drive
I saw
with
that
Ryan
once.
Gosling.
And I
The
don't
scorpion
really remember it.
jacket.
Yeah, it was great.
Jacket is
Absolutely
tight.
iconic.
It was
Absolutely
great.
iconic.
It was not what I expected. I didn't expect for him to be beating people up with a wrench. and
Yeah, I
shit.
saw that movie once and I don't remember it really well. So
It was really good.
I don't think I probably liked it. Who knows? Sometimes you gotta watch
I think
movies
you
twice.
did,
Yeah,
but
you
then
do.
like 10 years pass and you're like, oh.
You know, watch
Or maybe
it
you
again.
watched
I
it
need
like
to
a
watch it
theater
again. I
and
need
then
to
you're
watch it
like,
again.
yeah.
What if like you needing to like remember how to tie your shoes, like kind of like just okay, delete. You know what I mean? Like in your internal
Damn.
compass, you're just like,
I hope I never forget how to tie my shoes.
You know, that's why I like DVDs.
yeah, DVDs are good.
You know why? Because like,
Yeah, that's
you,
true.
You know, on Netflix, you sometimes, man, I want to watch this. What do you mean it's not available?
There's
But
a
if
big
you have the
controversy.
DVD, you can just pop it in and you just watch.
There's
it.
a huge controversy about that right now.
Does that make me old?
No,
No, I'm
did,
just fine.
did you guys hear about like HBO Discovery? Like, so they merged and they're deleting like HBO Max original content that you like cannot get on physical
Why?
media.
What? No, they're not deleting it. They're gonna rename the whole and bring back all the content.
No, you're not
I
understanding.
don't know why.
You're not understanding. They're straight.
You're
up
not understanding.
Getting rid of like some of their content. Like they're
Like The Wire. They
Why
probably
would-
won't do that.
No, not
no.
the Wire.
But I'm saying like per se.
Their
like,
least popular one, yeah, they're cutting it off the budget.
So like new HBO Max shows are like getting off of the service.
So like the staircase or staircase, is that what it
So
was?
That's a
like,
good show.
So like something.
Are they going to delete that? But it was a really well
So
popular
yeah,
that way.
basically, like people
Barry.
are kind of in a panic right now because they're like, okay, like what's even good anymore about streaming? Like this is like the death of like.
Dude, streaming's been overrated for a while
no,
already.
it has, but
it's
it's provided a certain convenience. But we've
Yeah.
kind of been scared of what's kind of happening.
cable
with
again.
Discovery. Basically, it's like
Yeah.
kind of reverting into its.
You know what's the problem with streaming? It's like the Cheesecake Factory or a diner.
Too many options.
Too many options. You don't know what you want to watch. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's too much options. You're just like, fuck. Well, this looks good.
I feel
That
you.
looks good.
You don't know what to
No,
do.
but this one's a really good movie. But this show, you know what I mean? And you spend an hour just watching fucking trailers.
Yeah.
Monique. And you never watch
feel that.
anything.
I feel that.
the Netflix.
You know what I mean?
The abyss. The
So
abyss.
like when you're on cable, like you guys were saying, you have no reason. I mean, you have no choice but to watch Harry Potter or to watch fucking the Shawshank Redemption.
That's why I've seen so many Simpsons episodes. I was thinking about this today randomly. Like you get, you know, in my childhood, 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7:30. You get 2 episodes a day, right? Syndication.
Right.
You don't choose what episode. You don't just, you know, go back to your favorite. You just
Yeah.
get the You get the spread. You get the
Right.
spread.
I will say
I've
this
always
though.
been a
What
TV
the
guy.
fuck is on Discovery, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
Shark Week.
But
CNN, isn't it on Discovery
yeah,
Plus?
yeah. But here's the thing: they merged. Like,
Yeah, I know.
they have
I read
to-
about that.
Warner Brothers bought Discovery.
I read about that whole
Right,
CNN
right,
Plus
but
failure and that Discovery fucking bought that shit.
But like
Yeah.
it's now Warner Brothers Discovery. Like they merged.
Merged.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So fucking.
So-
And HBO's already in bed with Warner Brothers because with the
Yeah.
whole DC shit.
Exactly, yeah.
So like that makes sense now. And they had a lot of CNN content before they. Actually, now that I'm really thinking about it, it makes actually too much sense.
Because CNN,
it's a lot.
that whole Bourdain thing is, I think it's like produced or by CNN.
So
Yeah.
I will say
It makes
like,
sense now. And now I get it. It's actually like we should have known this earlier.
Shout out to Jason Enriquez, a true prophet of his time. This man was like, yo, physical media, like F that internet BS, F the streaming BS. Like if you like it, if you love it,
Buy
you
it.
gotta get it on
That's fire.
DVD, on Blu-ray, because then it's yours.
CD,
So
like
when-
music.
Because then it's yours.
So
and
when-
it's not up to them.
So when are we taking out the exclusive Unlucky Specialist hit fucking DVD
We're putting it-
special
Greatest
reel?
hits.
We're
greatest
gonna do a limited run vinyl press. It's gonna be in like a velvety.
Who's gonna buy it? Me.
We're gonna run those commercials, you know, that late at night, the Girls Gone Wild ones. You know what I mean? Like
It's just Matt talking about the top 900 porn stars.
We need that.
And that's the 1-800 number at the bottom.
We're gonna be featured,
unluckyspecialist.com.
We're gonna be featured on Now That's What I Call Podcast 56 with Michael Bolton singing "Tell Me How I'm Supposed to Live Without You."
It's like, so dude, then I dodged this fucking car coming at the intersection. I was a fucking sick ass driver, bro. And then like,
Sick ass fool.
I remember that one.
and
I'm
other
buying.
hits, and other hits from your favorite podcasters.
It's great.
I think we just came up with a good
I think we
concept.
did come out with a
There
good
we go.
concept.
That was
Yeah.
fire.
Logan Paul, you with your millions of dollars in your podcast.
Logan Paul.
Hit me up,
Logan
but let's
who?
not
Yeah, right?
box about it though, because he looks like he
Logan Paul beat me
can
up.
fight.
He could beat
You know
me
what I
up.
forgot about?
Let's not
He
pretend.
could beat me up for sure.
You know what the YouTube show that I forgot about that I saw a Vice thing on recently is, have you ever seen All Gas No Brakes?
Yeah.
Love that shit.
Yeah, but All Gas No Brakes is now Channel 5.
It's done. So that guy got
Yeah.
like owned
It's
by,
called Channel
by his
5.
deal.
Oh, really?
Andrew Callahan. Look it up. Channel
Yeah.
5. That's really where he's
Andrew
at
Callahan. Shout out to Andrew
Yeah.
Callahan. Shout F
Fuck
all gas, no brakes.
Fuck
Trash.
them. The trash.
Trash. Tune into Channel 5.
now. Yeah, because
where it's at.
that's the guy from the All Gas No Brakes that you like.
Yeah.
Is Andrew Callahan.
Channel 5.
Because they stole All
They
Gas No
took
Brakes.
all of his content.
Yeah.
They owned all of that BS, all gas, no brakes. That wasn't even that tight
Yeah.
until it became Channel 5.
Yeah, Channel 5 is where he's at now. So
Oh, okay,
that's what
cool.
you like. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
like All Gas No Brakes
Yes.
and it was tight, you'll like Channel 5 because that's Andrew Callahan.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
for
if you
sure.
like Jay-Z's greatest hits and all your other rappers and cool stuff, Unlucky Specialist Podcast is where it's at.
And if you like fucking the top 600 porn stars of all time,
We're gonna keep working that in. Eventually, people are gonna request that. You know,
I'm
you're gonna
just
want to talk.
saying, I'm planting a seed. I'm planting a
Are
seed.
you just gonna do a special on that? Like
I'm gonna
the
do
whole-
it.
We
the
might.
whole Twitter thread, like the whole entire thread.
We might
That was
invite
live.
Adam 22 to sit here and
Hell
go
no.
over the
You already know what he's gonna say. He's gonna be like, me, bro.
right. Exactly.
Make sure you burn whatever seat he sits in after. It's just a ritual thing.
It has monkeypox
It's
on it.
no,
Oh,
it's not. That's what I want to say. It's not a practical thing. It's more of a spiritual /
Spiritual aura.
ritualistic exercise.
Yeah. It's been great, guys. We've been talking about Vin Scully. We've been talking about
God rest his soul.
Anonymous. We've been talking about a lot of things. And like Vin Scully, I want to thank you guys for letting us hang out with you. Whatever time you're spending with us in your car, in your fucking house, in your computer, on the toilet, whatever you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for following us. It's like I said, on YouTube at The Unlucky Specialist. Subscribe, like, thumbs up, all that stuff. On Instagram at The Unlucky Specialist. It's your boy Sam Torres.
It's your boy Jeff Depanian.
Field correspondent Matt checking in.
Hey.
We out here. We love y'all. Peace.
Woo.